Now in this next module, we will show you how to set up and get started with your Orion mPulse welder and your Orion PJ welder.
In this video, we're going to be going over the unboxing and setup of the Orion PJ welder. The first step is to remove the contents of the box. The best way to separate the foam is to place it on the table and lift up on one side. This will expose our auto darkening lens, or ADL, and our welder. We're going to pull those out and put them to the side while we unbag our attachments. It's very important to go over the user manual, as it will give us more information on maintenance, welding tips, and so forth. Step 2, we're going to install the stylus into the auto darkening lens from the back side. And then in the back of the machine, we're going to first put in our power cable, and then we're going to use the clear hose that's going to supply our gas into our gas port. And that should be pushed to connect. And then we're going to line up the red dot from our stylus with the red dot on the back of the machine and push that in. And you should hear an audible click. Finally, the RJ45 cable, we're going to plug that into our shutter port. As we go to the front of our machine, we'll see the power button and the port for our grounding attachments. In this example, we're going to use the standard alligator clip. If you got the upgraded option with the microscope, this will cover how to install that. In one bag, we'll see a couple of screws, and we're going to be using that to install the L bracket on the bottom of the microscope. And in another bag, we'll have the tools in order to tighten these up. Using 3 screws, we're going to tighten those up. And we're going to want these really tight. And now we have this other piece, and if we have a thin table, we want the top 2 screws, or if a thicker table, we want the bottom 2. With the remaining same screws, we're going to put those in, and then we're going to tighten these up as well. In preparation for sliding onto the table, we're going to want to loosen up that clamp to help it be a little easier for us to slide that onto the table. Once it's on the table, we want to tighten that up nice and snug. Finally, we're going to get some cutting tools, and we're going to cut the zip tie off. That's going to separate the 2 halves of our microscope. Step 4, we're going to get our supplied RJ45 cable and plug it into the back of the microscope and then to the shutter port of our machine. Excellent. Now our welder is completely set up and ready to use. Please look at our YouTube channel for additional information on tips and tricks while using the Orion PJ welder.